research, development, coffee. So one of the things I noticed about myself in my first video is I was very stiff and very bleh. So I'm putting together some snippets, trying to keep things fresh and real for the watchers. I didn't do a lot of animated stuff. If anybody knows me, I'm usually a very animated person, usually animated in anger. About an hour ago I posted my first column for the week, Family, a Hypocrite's Perspective. Whether you're married, you have kids, or you just have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or whatever your circumstances may be, I am sure that you deal with the fact that we are all hypocrites. Currently, this non-paying gig that I have going is my job. You guys need to get on the ball because I need to get something going with this, so you guys need to help me out here. Been working on the intro. Not much to show for it yet. I'm still going to use the canned intro that I have that has pretty sweet music, if I say so myself. I just need to pay attention to you, my beloved readers and watchers. Now, I've been awarded different student loans. Don't want to take them. Do not want to take them. Come to find out, my college stuff is actually going to be have to be paid out of pocket first, and then the VA will compensate after. I've heard horror stories and trying to get our budget all together and stuff, listening to Dave Ramsey and all the people who've gotten out of debt. They'll be hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, and the majority of their debt comes from their schooling. So I'm looking at getting into something that I love, but I don't want to break the back of my family financially to get into that. The process that I've got going right now is I open up a Word document, I start writing like crazy, get 3 or 4 or 5 pages going down, and then I have to pick through it, cut it out. I've already seen an improvement in my own writing just having written almost every day, except for when Bob stays home and totally ruins my routine. The process is that I put it in a Word document, I get everything written up, then I go over to my WordPress account, I put everything on the WordPress, and I publish that. I usually read through it once more while it's already published on the WordPress account, and then I copy that link over and put it on the Facebook page and post it on Twitter. I'm hoping that eventually I'll have funds enough to get my own website, so all the famous authors are doing it. I look at all these guys who are publishing on ebooks, and I need to get the ball rolling. I've got tons of material. I've got poetry falling out of my ears, hundreds and hundreds of poems that I've written over the years. I've got short stories. I've got boxes of short stories written when I was a kid. They're garbage. How much fun would it be to look at that stuff and publish that and let people see the inner thoughts of a tween back in the mid-90s. Ugh, makes me sick thinking about it. I've got tons of story ideas that are out there, and I'm sitting on them, and I read through them occasionally. I'm like, man, why don't I publish this? And that's where this is going. I got the blog going to get me better at writing, to get my name out there, and then my intent right now is to start small, but I gotta go big. That's where you guys come in. I need you guys to help me go big. I made a comment in the last one where I wasn't trying to promote myself, but then I said I'm trying to get notoriety for myself, which both are true. I want to entertain people. What do you guys think? I'm going to need your guys' help. Go to the WordPress account. Check it out. I've got everything up that I've written so far that's been publicly published. And share it. If you read it and you like it, or you don't like it because it's not your cup of tea, then let me know. Tell me what. It seems the stuff that I publish with pictures of guns and with inflammatory titles seems to get you guys' attention. Through it. Oh, just got a notification. Oh, I had another viewer. See, that's the cool thing. I've got 13 people who've looked at my... Oh, wait, no, never mind. 5 people. Today's the 13th. It becomes kind of obsessive. You know, you write something, you put it out there, and it's like, you want to get their feedback. And that's where you guys come in. I need your feedback. Notice how I beat at these dead horses, you know? I did 12 years in the Air Force, so a lot of my experience comes from training. One of my strongest tools was repetition. I would say, yeah, repetition, repetitiveness, would repeat things. I would say it more than once. If you have ideas, let me know. Read. That's what you guys got to do. You got to read.